about using Notion and GTD together because this question comes up a lot, but also GTD is quite an expansive system in and of itself with its own set of apps, which its users use in its own special way. So I wanted to start by just acknowledging that GTDers are unique animals. And having read this book, I think in 2004, 15 years ago, that makes me a unique animal who have a specific set of things that they value. And again, this is not on GTD, but these include quick capture. And what I mean by quick capture is from the time you have an idea till the time it's on a piece of paper or digital is like under a second. So right there, that is something that GTDers value. It's part of the inbox method. The next thing GTDers value is next action, which is the app or the system telling you once you do X, then you need to do Y. The third thing, this is my personal favorite, is a review function, which is a reminder to go through all of your different lists, which is actually one of the best parts of GTD, which is most of your tasks don't actually have due dates. And the last thing is the ability to what they call forecast mode, which allows you to do customized views. Now, I want to compare this with Notion. Notion can definitely do next action, review, and customized view. It fails miserably in quick capture. It's multiple taps to get a task in. It's slow to load up. It's a web-based app in terms of its speed. And so it will definitely suffer on quick capture. Next action can be a little tricky too. And there's one other drawback about Notion, which currently it doesn't allow recurring tasks, but they've said that that's going to change soon. So let's go to how our tasks get divided. Projects, and here I'm using the Tiago Forte's PAR methodology, are a series of tasks with linked to a goal with a deadline. And those are the domain of a task manager. They give you metadata, they give you due dates, they give you recurring tasks, and and like I said, the domain of a to-do list. On the other end, you have knowledge management or the note takers, which are themes of ongoing interest. They usually don't have deadlines. Like for me, research how to become a better marketer, learn how to develop courses, et cetera, et cetera. These are the domain of note-taking apps. And then somewhere in between, there's the important, not urgent category, which Tiago Forte refers to as areas of responsibility. These are activities where a standard needs to be maintained over a specific amount of time. And this is like your health, your finances, skills that you're trying to learn, your key relationships, your kids, recruiting if you're a CEO, a CFO. This is that really nebulous category of things that don't have they're tasks, but they don't have due dates. So they kind of fall through the cracks. So if you look at that continuum, on the left end, you have very discrete tasks with due dates. On the right end, on the right side of the continuum, they're not even really tasks. They're just lists and bundles of information. The task manager fails. And in the middle is that tricky task where it's like, is it a task? Is it a list? How do I remind myself to do it? Now, if you start in the middle with Notion, and I'm not saying this because it's a Notion course, you can push onto the outsides. And so you can push in and take some of the tasks from the task manager. You can definitely push on the right side and take the note-taking capabilities. Notion is perfect for that, minus the integrations. And so there it becomes an area of personal preference. The starting rule, if it works for you, don't change it. GTD works great for me for all my tasks that have due dates or that need to repeat. That's great. But for my like weird rad reads, like things to think about, things to noodle on, it doesn't work. And for my notes, it clearly doesn't work. So again, I would encourage you to A, stick with what works, B, think of where you're going to tackle areas, this nebulous, like don't have due date projects, and then push to the left and to the right and see where Notion fits in and can kind of grab from the other apps in your life. Hope that helps.